What if your biggest crush suddenly became obsessed with you overnight? Sounds amazing, right? Well, not for Bear. Today's movie is Obsession, a supernatural horror thriller that proves sometimes getting exactly what you want is the worst thing that can happen. The story follows Bear, a shy guy who works at a music store. For years, he's secretly been in love with his coworker and childhood friend, Nikki. The problem? Nikki only sees him as a friend. Now, a normal person would probably confess their feelings. But Bear finds a mysterious artifact called the One Wish Willow. And instead of talking to Nikki like a normal human being, this man decides to use magic. He makes a wish for Nikki to love him more than anyone else in the world and breaks the artifact. The next day, something strange happens. Nikki suddenly becomes unusually affectionate toward him. At first, Bear is thrilled. After years of being ignored romantically, his dream is finally coming true. Or at least that's what he thinks. Very quickly, Nikki's affection becomes intense. Then uncomfortable. Then terrifying. She constantly calls him, follows him everywhere, and becomes jealous whenever anyone else talks to him. At first, Bear enjoys the attention. Then he realizes he may have ordered way too much love. And things only get worse. Nikki starts appearing wherever he goes. At this point, she's less of a girlfriend and more of a premium subscription nobody can cancel. Soon, Nikki begins hearing voices and seeing disturbing figures that nobody else can see. The scenes are genuinely creepy. I'm not gonna lie. If I saw what Nikki was seeing, I'd immediately move to another city. As her condition worsens, Bear becomes increasingly worried. The woman he cared about is clearly suffering. Poor Nikki. She went to work one day and accidentally got hit with supernatural emotional damage. Desperate for answers, Bear returns to the antique shop. That's when he learns the horrifying truth. The One Wish Willow doesn't create real love. It destroys free will. Instead of making Nikki genuinely love him, it twisted her emotions into an uncontrollable obsession. The shop owner explains that the curse takes a wish and pushes it to the extreme. And Bear's face basically says, I have made a terrible mistake. Realizing what he's done, Bear is consumed by guilt. Nikki's obsession continues growing stronger. She pushes away friends, loses touch with reality, and becomes trapped inside a nightmare she never chose. Meanwhile, terrifying supernatural events begin surrounding her. The curse is feeding on obsession, and every attempt to stop it seems to make things worse. As the movie reaches its climax, Bear desperately searches for a way to break the curse before Nikki completely loses herself. But fixing the damage isn't easy. After all, he created the problem in the first place. Things spiral out of control. Nikki is suffering. Bear is panicking. And the audience is probably wondering how all of this could have been avoided. Oh, right. By not making the wish. In the end, the movie delivers a surprisingly powerful message. Real love can't be forced. It can't be controlled. And it definitely can't be created with cursed magic. Bear wanted a shortcut to love because he was afraid of rejection. But instead of finding happiness, he destroyed the freedom of the person he cared about most. The true horror wasn't the supernatural curse. It was the desire to control someone else's feelings. The movie ends on a haunting note, reminding us that love without free will isn't love at all. And that's the story of obsession. So if you ever find a magical artifact that promises to make your crush fall in love with you, maybe don't use it. Try sending a text message first. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next movie recap.